online at petersburgpreservationtaskforce.com. Our theme music is composed by B.J. Liederman. Our sound engineer is Robert Richards. This program is produced at the University of Richmond in cooperation with WCVE Public Radio. Transcripts, podcast, audio, and video are available at amomentintime.com.
$8:50 Monday morning here on KSJE. Good morning, everyone, and greetings to our viewers who are watching us now live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. I'm Scott Michlin, joined by Lews Campbell here in our visual radio studio for the very first time from Cintigy Computer Systems here in Farmington. Lews, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Hey.
It's good to see you.
I know.
As well as hear you.
It's good to actually be in Farmington for a change.
Yes, because you've been traveling around working, and nice to have you home for a few days or weeks.
Forgotten what it felt like to be back in the Southwest. Well, in New Mexico.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's talk about what's been going on technology-wise. And this story is somewhat related to technology, and it's certainly related to New Mexico of what's going on in the southern part of our state, right?
Well, something bizarre. So there's a Sunspot Observatory in Alamogordo, right? It's this little observatory it's been there for decades, where they basically study the sun. I remember going there as a kid, on a high school field trip. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, I guess they reported a security incident. That's all they said. The observatory reported a security incident, and instead of the local police, the FBI swooped in. This is according to the local media there, with a Black Hawk helicopter. And now the observatory has been shut down indefinitely. The employees have been sent home, and nobody's really saying exactly what the security incident is. And the local police are basically just saying, well, maybe somebody just reported something suspicious or something with the staff, but they're wondering why they were left out of the loop. And so now, of course, conspiracy theorists are having a field day with this. What's going on? Did Mueller and Scully show up? That kind of
thing.
Yeah,
all that stuff. Men? Sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I think it's just disturbing from the lack of information that, but I think there's now maybe a date that observatory will be reopening. I think they've announced that. That's the latest from this morning that I've seen.
Oh, I did not know that. So that's good.
But they still aren't saying exactly what the security issue was of why they closed it. So there's still that kind of head scratching, and people are wondering what the real story is or what's going on. So.
And that's interesting because from what I know of the observatory before all this happened, there wasn't anything like top secret or anything going on there. They're just studying sunspots.
Right.
So,
but who knows what they found, or if there were other issues unrelated to the observatory's mission that caused this investigation.
Oh. Yeah, and who knows? But whatever did or didn't happen, I'm sure this will be the subject of conspiracy theories for decades to come now.
It could be, depending on what the actual story turns out to be, or what the official story turns out to be, I suppose.
It'll probably earn its place in the Roswell UFO Museum.
It could. Yeah. That's very true. What else is going on? The other article that I noticed was Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook fame is cashing in some of his stock, about $13 billion worth. I don't know how he'll survive, but I think he makes much more than that.
Oh, yeah.
To fund an initiative that his wife is behind to try to put more research into curing all disease in their children's lifetime. That's at least what the article that I read was talking about. That seems very humanitarian of him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. And I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that Jeff Bezos just announced he's giving, I think, $12 billion to his charity for education in schools. And I'm sure none of that has anything to do with the, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And, we could go.
Others are doing the same thing is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, and a lot of this, too, is... I don't mean to be cynical, but a lot, it's interesting that a lot of this too is timed with all the PR problems that Facebook's been having, and now Google has, been having as well. Jeff Bezos' announcement, Amazon, interestingly came out when he was starting to become under fire for a lot of stuff from his own employees. Google is coming under fire now for, some of the issues they have with trying to get business in China, and adjusting their browser to censor things in their search engine and stuff like that. So.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. But speaking of Jeff Bezos, there's another article I noticed with the Amazon storefronts promotion that they are reaching out to smaller mom and pop U.S.-based businesses to feature, who sell on Amazon, I guess, to feature in some of their advertising and marketing on Amazon as maybe a way to say, we are supporting small businesses. And the article that I saw was somewhat critical, saying that, Amazon's not trying to get the message out that they're not really shutting down mom and pop businesses because of all their, just because they can buy things cheaply and send things out cheaply and all the power of the big giant Amazon in the room.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. They're trying to, is this a good thing? Is this just too little too late? Or what do you think?
Well, it's a marketing ploy, right? So what Amazon does, of course, Amazon does sell a whole lot online.
Yeah.
And they're, it's changed the retail landscape. So a lot of small retailers are going out of business because of that. The same way that, same thing that Walmart did to the retail landscape. But one of the things Amazon does also is they are a sort of an eBay, if you will, for a lot of small companies that sell online. They're not like eBay where you don't just go up there and put your stuff up. But if you're a small company, you can be a Amazon, like a used seller. So like, for instance, if you go on Amazon, you want to buy a widget.
Right.
You can buy that widget from Amazon, but then Amazon will list like, this is available from 3 other sellers. Some of them are used, and you can get it at the used price. And then you order it from that, and then Amazon tells you when you buy it, you're getting this from a third party. Those third parties are the people they're featuring now, and they're trying to use that as a marketing ploy to say, hey, we support small businesses. But it's arguable that the small businesses that are benefiting from that are probably, in terms of scale, not nearly making up for the small businesses that are probably losing their shirts from competition from Amazon.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. But I guess they're trying is one way to look at it. Yeah, I suppose. But it is this new online marketing world, right? A lot of people shop online.
Yeah, you can look at it 2 ways. You can say, well, they're being disingenuous, but you can also say, look, the times just changed,
right?
And just like the argument can be made, you can't market Buggy Whips anymore. This is the way it is.
They're out of business.
This is the way retail works now.
Lost my shirt in the Buggy Whip collapse of 1895.
Me too.
But there you go. Another article was streaming music subscriptions are now up because of, I guess, Spotify and Apple Music are the two that they're talking about. But a lot of people, I guess, are paying to stream their music. I call it renting your music because you really don't own it, because if you stop paying, you don't get access to that music anymore.
Yep.
But as long as you keep paying, you're good, apparently. And
it's
we're about 50 million, I think, subscriptions between the two companies.
People are doing it more and more and more. It's kind of more convenient for them. Monthly fee, you just get whatever you want. The other thing, too, I think technology-wise, it seems like if you buy your music, I say that in quotes.
Right. We can see your quotes now if you put them up here.
Yeah, I know.
We can see your air quotes.
I was like, hey,
exactly.
If you buy your music, so I get the microphone. Look at me go. A lot of times you don't really get to keep it now. Like I've noticed with a lot of the technology, I buy my music, I download it, and then like when I switch to another phone or something, all of a sudden it says, "Oh, your licensing isn't working anymore," and then your music is gone. It's like, what?
But you bought it.
So there's you bought it. So I think a lot of people are getting frustrated with the technological glitches,
right?
And so it's just easier for them. Instead of buying individual songs, downloading them, and dealing with the glitches, it's easier for them to just pay a monthly subscription to Spotify, and then they don't deal with it.
Sure. Well, or for folks like of my era that has bought the same song in different formats over the years, from a vinyl album to a CD to an MP3 to something to a cassette, waiting for the next big format change. People are tired of doing that, I guess.
I still have stuff I bought on 8-track.
Okay.
That dates me.
That does date you a little bit, but I think a lot of folks are just saying, I'm just gonna rent it. I'm just gonna pay a subscription, and then I'll have my music right there, and whatever format they change to, I will always have it off of the cloud or whatever. And when I change phones, it'll still be working. And I think a lot of folks are like you've said. So that's interesting.
But if you don't pay that subscription fee, bye.
You're out. Yep. That's true. Very true. All right, just a minute remaining. Lews Campbell, what else is going on tech-wise? Apple came out with a new OS today.
Oh,
for Apple machines. I know neither one of us are familiar with it.
It doesn't happen very often with Apple.
Right.
Their OS is, they come out with one every 20 zillion years and it lasts forever. So it's going to be a big deal. Apple and Google both are fighting the fight of they're trying to get rid of the URL. We could talk about that at a different time. That's a whole different thing.
The URL is like a web address, right?
Yeah. So like right now, if you go into Chrome 69, the latest browser that Google released, you type in like www something at the top, and the www goes away.
No.
The EU copyright law. There's a lot going on there you can look at. So there's lots of things going on.
Okay. Yeah. We'll follow up next week.
All right.
We'll find you wherever you are. If you're here, we'll find you. If you're somewhere in another state, we'll find you.
All right.
Okay.
Track me down.
Very good. Lews, thanks so much.
Have a good one.
That's Lews Campbell from Cintigy Computer Systems, my guest here on KSJE and our Monday Reboot segment. Thanks for listening, everybody, and watching. Don't forget, live again tomorrow morning beginning at 8 a.m. with my guests from Aztec Schools. This is KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico.